What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today is July the 19th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update over some of the hot movers and where big money is gravitating towards today. Before I get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off today, there isn't any data points, rather just a lot of Fed speakers kicking off at 10:40, 12:45, and I believe one other one at 12:45 as well. So that most likely is going to kind of shock the broader market, if anything, because like I said, no data points. But right now you do see kind of the futures very red, so piggybacking off of yesterday's negativity. So NASDAQ down 0.7, S&P down 0.78, so not necessarily the best. Plus at the same time, fear and greed index is at 51, so under the neutral category. So people's appetite for risk is diminishing a little bit. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So starting off with good old SOFI, it is pulling down slightly. No actual news from the company itself, no SEC filings, so it's just been piggybacking off of the broader market. 17.29% of the free floats being shorted. That does work out to be 179.56 million shares overall are being shorted. Like I've been saying, like a damn parrot, time again throughout this whole week, 750, you need to watch 750 to hold, and right now it is below that. So you are going to have market makers try to manipulate SOFI below 350, so kind of just be prepared for that, because there is a lot of call options at the 750 strike price, and we already know exactly how manipulation with SOFI does work. So just definitely watch for this 750 to hold. And if not, then 721 is going to be the next strong support. Moving on, Plug Power, ticker is PLUG. It is down 15.41% because of a issuance. So market does not like dilution, and clearly that is it right here. It is somewhat heavily shorted, so 31.1% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 211.92 million shares overall are being shorted. Definitely do not see it being a squeeze play, because they just don't have the surprise catalyst aspect that a squeeze would really, or that a squeeze would be prompted by. But yeah, all in all, definitely one stock to not be that impressed with. But then again, if you kind of look at it over this last 1 year, it is down 77.17%. So I think a lot of investors kind of knew what they would be getting into. If you're looking at trading it though, with it at 246, it is trading between this S1 and the pivot. So 226 is going to be that next strong support. I don't anticipate that being touched today. Although at the same time, I don't really anticipate the pivot to be touched at 273, because I think the sell-off is somewhat justified. So it's probably just going to be stuck somewhere in limbo between the two. Still, something to keep in mind. So CrowdStrike, based on a lot of the article or news pieces that's been coming out, it looks like they have been causing a lot of disruption and with outages and stuff like that, and it all stems down to a faulty update to computers running Microsoft Windows. So not necessarily the best, so that is why it is down 11.84%. Generally, it's done fairly well for this last year, has ran up 124.29%. So something to keep in mind. It's not that heavily shorted, somewhat. So right now, 4.19% of the free floats being shorted. I guess in essence, if you look back, it is basically at all-time highs somewhat for the short interest, as you can kind of see right here. So in comparison to a regular stock, yes, this isn't like heavily shorted, but in comparison to its own activity, it's something to keep in mind. Shorts have been getting a little bit more bold. With that said though, this isn't a squeeze play. Utilization 0.54% short score, so the higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening is 32.24. So definitely not a squeeze play. With it at 302 though, and change, it is trading between this S3 and this S2. So the market's kind of treating CrowdStrike as garbage in essence. So not the best, but 304 is going to be that next strong resistance slash target. In my opinion, I do feel like that is going to be touched, and it's going to trade between this S2 and this S1. Don't see 269 being touched whatsoever today. But what do I know? I'm not a financial advisor. 𝗖𝗎 Pharma, this is a weird one. So normally in my pre-market videos, I go over abnormal volume, and whenever you have this happen, normally abnormal volume is kind of surrounding it, but this one hasn't hit my radar. Even yesterday it did go up 54.22%, but it is pulling back because any typical company that runs up like this loves to dilute. Same thing as plug. So yep, they did a issuance. So not necessarily the best when it comes down to that, killing the momentum slightly. If you're still looking at trading it though, with at 245, it is trading between this R1 and R2. So 252 is going to be that next strong resistance / target, and then 213 will be the strong support. In my opinion, I do feel, given kind of the momentum aspect to it, it will gravitate back towards this R2 and trade between this range. Will not be getting to this 315, but that's just me. And last but not least, Tesla is getting a lot of volume. It is down slightly, but with Trump yesterday speaking, he did say that if he does become president, first thing he's going to do is remove the mandate for EVs. So I think that in general really benefits Tesla, not necessarily others, but still I think that would be kind of good for Tesla. So I think that is why there's a abnormal amount of volume. But right now, if you're looking at trading it though, with at 248, it is trading between the S1 and the pivot. So 151 will be a strong support, or sorry, resistance / target, which I don't anticipate to be touched. And then 246 is going to be that next strong support, which if anything, I feel like that might be touched given if there is a sell-off in the broader market or not. But this is your very quick pre-market update. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And as usual, take advantage of this promo for some free shares. You might as well, it's free shares, plus each share is valued up to $2,000. So that is a kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.